Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're taking a deep dive into Hyundai's big plans for the future of electric vehicles.
Buckle up.
We've got our hands on a transcript of a presentation straight from Hyundai's top executives.
Oh, yeah, this is going to get good.
They're spilling the beans on their strategy for becoming a major player in the EV market.
And they're unveiling two brand new vehicles.
The Ioniq 9
and the Initium concept car.
We're going to break it all down for you.
We'll go beyond just the specs and look at the WHY behind Hyundai's decisions.
Exactly. Like, what's the thinking behind their big push into EVs? What are these new vehicles all about?
And how does it all fit into the big picture of the changing automotive world? Let's dive in.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
What jumps out at me is Hyundai's ambition.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just about adding a few electric models to their lineup.
No, they're going all in.
They're aiming for a massive 5.5 million global vehicle sales by 2030.
And get this, a full 2 million of those will be pure electric vehicles.
Those are some seriously impressive goals.
We're not messing around.
But here's the interesting part.
What's that?
They're not trying to do it all alone.
Right. They're teaming up with some big names.
Like General Motors.
And Waymo.
Now, those are some smart partnerships.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So the GM partnership, this gives Hyundai access to all of GM's manufacturing know-how and resources.
Exactly.
And it opens up opportunities for them to work together on developing new technologies.
Like clean energy solutions, for example.
Now, the Waymo collaboration.
This one's all about self-driving cars.
That's right. Hyundai's going to be supplying Waymo with a whole fleet of their Ioniq EVs.
Built specifically for testing out autonomous driving systems.
And where are they building these Ioniq EVs?
You guessed it, their brand spanking new Georgia Meta plant.
Okay, let's talk about this Meta plant for a minute.
This thing is huge.
Seriously.
Wow.
7.5 million square feet.
That's like
It's not just a factory, it's a whole ecosystem.
manufacturing hub, a battery production center in partnership with LG Energy Solutions.
And they've even got a separate battery venture going with SK On.
That's right.
Hyundai's pouring $12.6 billion into this place.
It's clearly the cornerstone of their electrification strategy.
And it's not just about the cars and the technology.
No, they're making a big commitment to U.S. manufacturing and creating jobs.
Absolutely. And Hyundai's going above and beyond by getting involved in the local Savannah community.
Supporting businesses, schools, community programs, the whole shebang.
So it's not just about dollars and cents. They're really putting down roots there.
They're in it for the long haul.
Okay. But enough about the factory. Let's get to the good stuff.
The cars.
Exactly. First up, the Ioniq 9.
A 3-row electric SUV.
Designed with families and larger groups in mind.
Plenty of space for everyone.
And they're building it on the same platform as the Ioniq 5 and 6,
It's called eGMP.
the Electric Global Modular Platform.
But for the Ioniq 9,
They've supersized it.
to create an even more spacious and versatile interior.
And one of the biggest concerns people have about EVs,
Range anxiety.
they've addressed that head on with the Ioniq 9.
Targeting over 300 miles on a single charge.
That's a game changer.
For sure, people won't have to worry about running out of juice on those longer trips.
And they haven't skimped on the charging either.
Nope, they're including ultra-fast DC charging.
You can juice up from 10% to 80% in just 24 minutes.
Faster than most coffee breaks.
So no more spending hours tethered to a charging station.
They're really making EVs practical for everyday life.
And hold on to your hats because this thing can move.
Oh yeah, they didn't sacrifice performance for efficiency.
The Ioniq 9 has up to 422 horsepower.
And it can go from 0 to 60 mph in under 5 seconds.
Plus, they've included terrain modes for different driving conditions.
Snow, mud, sand, you name it.
So this isn't just a city slicker. It can handle some adventure too.
They're showing that electric SUVs can be just as capable as their gas-guzzling counterparts.
Now I'm really curious about the interior.
Me too.
Do they go all futuristic and minimalist?
Or is it practical for families?
Let's find it.
It looks like they've found a good balance between high-tech and user-friendly.
Okay, good. Because sometimes you just need a simple knob to turn.
I hear you. They haven't ditched physical buttons entirely.
That's good to know.
You've got those sleek, dual-curved 12.3-inch displays for all your infotainment needs.
Those are pretty standard these days.
But they've kept physical controls for the essential functions.
Like climate control.
Exactly, which is a smart move.
It keeps things intuitive and easy to use.
And they've really thought about comfort and convenience.
Like how?
Relaxation seats in the first and second rows.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
And a sliding center console that can move forward or back to create more space.
Clever.
Plus, they've even got 100-watt USB-C ports in all 3 rows.
No more fighting over charging cables. That's a parenting win right there.
They've also made a point of keeping things quiet inside.
Oh, how do they do that?
Sound-absorbing materials and active noise cancellation technology.
So it'll be a peaceful oasis even with a car full of kids.
Exactly.
But will it fit all their stuff?
Oh, yeah, no problem. They've got nearly 22 cubic feet of cargo space behind the 3rd row.
It's pretty decent.
And if you fold those seats down,
You get almost 87 cubic feet of space.
that's enough room for all your gear groceries and maybe even a small pony.
A pony. Okay, maybe not a pony.
Okay, maybe not a pony, but you get the idea. Lots of space.
I'm sold on the space, but what about safety?
Families are going to want to know their precious cargo is protected.
Absolutely.
Hyundai clearly made safety a top priority with the Ioniq 9.
How so?
It comes standard with 11 advanced driver assistance systems.
11.
Yep.
That's a lot.
And they've even included a unique 10th airbag.
A 10th airbag.
It's specifically designed to protect front seat occupants in certain types of collisions.
Wow, they're really going above and beyond to make this thing safe.
They're definitely setting a new standard.
So we've covered the Ioniq 9,
The family-friendly electric SUV.
but we've only just scratched the surface of what Hyundai has in store.
There's a whole lot more to explore.
It's like the Initium concept car and their overall strategy for electrifying the roads.
We'll dive into all of that in part 2 of this deep dive.
So stick around, folks. Things are about to get even more interesting.
You don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everybody. It's amazing to see Hyundai's journey.
It really is. I
Right.
mean, in just a few decades, they've gone from being this kind of unknown brand to like a global powerhouse.
Yeah, it's incredible.
They're really shaping the future of driving.
And you know, the Ioniq 9 and the Initium concept?
Yeah.
Those are great examples of their forward-thinking approach.
Yeah, but it's not just about the cars themselves. I'm impressed with how they're like building this whole ecosystem to support the switch to electric.
That's crucial, right? It's not enough to just build electric cars. You got to think about the whole picture.
Totally. They're tackling things like charging infrastructure head on.
And range anxiety, which is huge.
And they're changing how people think about EVs.
All those things are essential if we really want people to embrace electric vehicles. And their partnerships.
Oh yeah, those are key.
With companies like GM and Waymo.
Those are huge.
Those are big wins for Hyundai.
It allows them to basically work with the best in the business.
Share resources, speed up development.
And leverage everybody's strengths.
It's a win-win for everyone.
I think their focus on hydrogen fuel cell technology.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
A lot of other car companies seem to be putting all their eggs in the battery electric basket.
But Hyundai's like, hold on,
Yeah.
hydrogen has a lot of potential too.
Especially for like long distance driving or, bigger vehicles.
Exactly.
And the Initium concept,
Yeah.
that's a perfect example of how serious they are about hydrogen.
Yeah, it's not just some pie-in-the-sky idea.
It's like they're putting their money where their mouth is.
You're showing us what a hydrogen-powered future could actually look like.
And they're not forgetting about design either.
Of course not. Design is crucial.
Hyundai's putting the customer front and center.
Making sure their cars are not just functional.
But also, stylish and intuitive.
And tailored to what people actually want and need.
Like we talked about the Ioniq 9 and that aesthetic lounge interior.
Yeah.
So luxurious.
But practical, too.
It's like they've created this little oasis inside the car.
They're thinking about the whole experience.
Not just getting you from A to B.
It's about how you feel when you're in that car.
And their commitment to sustainability.
It goes beyond just powertrains, too.
Oh, for sure.
They're focused on responsible manufacturing.
Making sure they're not harming the planet while they build these awesome cars.
It's a holistic approach.
I love that.
Hyundai success.
Yeah.
It's not just about building great cars.
It's about building a better future for everyone.
Their investments in research and partnerships.
And social responsibility.
It all adds up.
They're helping to create a more sustainable and equitable car industry.
And that benefits everybody.
It's inspiring to see a company that's willing to challenge the status quo.
And push the boundaries of what's possible.
They're not afraid to take risks and try new things.
Hyundai is truly a leader in the automotive world.
I think their impact is going to be felt for a long time.
I agree. It's a testament to their vision and their determination.
I believe in progress.
And they're proving that you can be both successful and sustainable.
Which is a message that resonates with a lot of people these days.
For sure. People are looking for companies that align with their values.
And Hyundai is definitely doing that.
And the automotive landscape is changing so fast.
It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes.
But companies like Hyundai,
They're leading the way.
paving the path towards a future that's electric,
Connected.
and sustainable.
It's an exciting time to be a part of this transformation.
Absolutely. And Hyundai is right there on the front lines,
Thriving innovation.
shaping the future of transportation.
Their story.
It's one of ambition
Perseverance.
and a genuine commitment to making a positive impact.
And that story is still being written.
We can't wait to see what they do next.
But now in part 3, we're going to shift our focus to you, the consumer.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what all of this means for your choices and experiences behind the wheel.
So stay tuned for the final part of our Hyundai Deep Dive. And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into Hyundai's electric future. We've talked about their goals, their partnerships, the amazing tech in the Ioniq 9.
And that incredible Initium concept.
But now let's shift gears and talk about you, the driver.
Yeah, what does all this mean for the everyday person behind the wheel?
Exactly. So let's say you're thinking about your next car purchase. Maybe you're considering going electric.
What are the key takeaways here?
Well, first off, Hyundai is giving you options.
That's right. They've got a full spectrum of powertrains.
So you're not limited to just one type of car.
You can find a Hyundai that fits your needs.
Whether you want a hybrid for city driving,
An electric SUV for family adventures.
or even a hydrogen-powered car for those long road trips.
They've got you covered.
And it's not just about the powertrain either.
No, they're packing their cars with all sorts of cool tech.
Stuff that makes driving safer, more convenient, and just more enjoyable.
Like we talked about with the Ioniq 9.
Yeah, those ultra-fast charging capabilities.
That's a game changer.
You could charge up in the time it takes to grab a coffee.
No more range anxiety.
And then there's bidirectional charging.
Turning your car into a power source.
Imagine being able to power your home during a blackout.
Or charge another EV.
That's pretty amazing.
It's like having a superhero car.
But it's not all about practicality.
No way. Hyundai's also focused on design.
They're creating cars that are stylish and appealing.
They want you to feel good driving their cars.
Like the Ioniq 9's interior.
That aesthetic lounge.
It's not just a car, it's an experience.
They're paying attention to the little details.
Making sure everything feels just right.
And then you have the Initium concept.
Which is pushing the boundaries of car design.
That art of steel philosophy.
It's bold and innovative.
It shows that Hyundai is willing to take risks.
They're not afraid to experiment and try new things.
And I think that's what sets them apart.
They're not just following the trends.
Risk setting.
They're shaping the future of mobility.
And that's exciting for everyone.
Whether you're a car enthusiast
or just someone who needs a reliable ride.
Hyundai's got something for you.
And it's not just about the cars.
It's about the bigger picture.
They're building trust with their customers.
Showing that they understand what drivers want and need.
They're delivering on their promises.
And that's a really powerful message.
Especially in today's world.
So what's the main takeaway here?
Well, Hyundai is embracing the future of mobility.
They're all in on electric vehicles.
But they're also exploring other technologies like hydrogen fuel cells.
And they're doing it all with style and innovation.
They're creating cars that are sustainable, practical.
And just plain fun to drive.
They're not just along for the ride.
They're leading the charge.
Steering us towards a brighter future.
It's a journey we're excited to be a part of.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Hyundai's electric vision.
We hope you learned something new and maybe even got inspired to think differently about your next car.
Until next time.
Keep your eyes on the road.
And your mind's open to the possibilities.
See ya.
If this tech tutorial was helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more detail you can visit our blog website www.evergreentechtips.com.